Okay, hello Wargamers, it's me Callum from Tabletop Banter, and this is our second episode of Tales of an Iconoclast. I told you I'd come up with something catchy. Obviously you all trusted me in that, and what I've brought for you today is a Zardu Layak showcase, as promised. It's an average quality camera showcase, but I'm having issues with lighting in the flat at the moment, which is the main problem. So this is what we've got so far. Well, this is it finished. He's Zardu, so it's pretty simple, except I've changed the head over. Ooh, good at this rotating thing, me. So I've changed his head for the Erebus head because I wanted a bit more character on my Zardu Layak. I thought the mast helm looked characterless. So that's him finished right there. You can see I've done some basic OSL stuff for his is it panoply of flame or something, his magical staff. And you can see there's some blood effects there in the little cups in front of him and on his hand where he's got the metal wire digging in for some sacrificial blood. So I'm really pleased with how he came out. I was super excited for him. I basically painted him in a day. I just got so into painting him. I'm really glad I did the head swap. Like I said, I think there's so much more character in that face than there would be in the Zardu Layak mask, and I just feel like it's really helped bring the model to life. What else is there to say about him, really? I don't know. I think it was a pretty simple paint job, given that he's black, and I like doing blacks with the airbrush quite a bit now. So yeah, apart from the model, which I absolutely adore, the reason I've painted him up, and the reason I'm taking him especially, is because he makes Ashen Circle troop choices, and he opens them up to dark channeling. So having them as a troop choice makes them scoring, and means I can take more, which is the whole point, because I did say I wanted to do 50. Whether or not I end up doing 50 or I end up doing 40 this year and then 10 next year, I don't know. That will very much depend on how much I get done in general. So in terms of actually getting 40 Ashen Circle troop choices, that's quite a lot. They are 340 points a unit when I kit them out the way I choose to, and that's pretty expensive, to be fair. So the whole project really focused on Zardu Layak and requiring Zardu Layak. He can take a unit of blade slaves as his sort of as a command unit with him, and they look amazing. I properly like them, but they don't fit the list I'm going to run. I'd rather he was in a bigger bodyguard unit than just two blokes. It's totally good. It's totally a good unit if you have, let's say, a drop pod of some kind to put them in to get them up the board. But I'd be walking them because I don't believe in vehicles for my word bearers. So it leaves him open, and I'd rather he joined a bigger squad, which is totally doable. Sorry, I'm yawning because it's 6 o'clock in the morning again. Fucking early morning recording is not fun, but it's the only time of day I really get to do it. And I can't put the airbrush compressor on really until 7 because the above flat might hear. So it's prime recording time, but it is not prime Callum awake time. So anyway, sorry, Ashen Circle, that's right. So he unlocks them. He's going to be sat inside a big bodyguard unit. And that's kind of his role. So the bodyguard unit will be a 20-man tac squad, almost for sure. Because he unlocks dark channeling, it's likely that either the squad he's with will be fearless because of him or because of themselves, or they'll be demons because not only does he unlock it, but he adds 1 to the roll. Sorry, he may add 1 to the roll. Jesus Christ, I'm yawning. I think it's because I got the camera on, to be fair. Normally I don't yawn this much. But yeah, so it's opportunities really. Because of that +1, I can make the whole squad have a 5-up invuln, and with him in it be fearless. Not only that, but he has access to the demonology powers, which means he might roll a Cursed Earth. Suddenly my tacticals have got a 4-up invuln, and so will he. It's crazy. So there are some good combinations in there from a fun perspective. Now, when I talk about list synergies with regards to this project, Tales of the Iconoclast, please bear in mind, Ashen Circle are dog shit on the table. And I don't play a competitive list game. So when I talk about synergies, I'm talking about my list synergies, not anyone else's list synergies. I'm talking about what will work for me, not what will win you games. So just bear that in mind. Don't go listening to this thinking like this is how I'm going to go and win the next big 30k tournament, because you won't. Simply put, it's not a competitive build. However, it's going to be bloody good fun, and I want to run it at events because I feel like no one does a full Ashen Circle. And there's good reason, it's expensive. You'll see some of my way around the monopose in the next video. I'm going to showcase 5 Ashen Circle that I've built up. Now what I might do is I might wait till I've painted them and do the separate stages so you can see them. But yeah, they're on the side, they're ready to go. Ready to start painting. And then hopefully be ready for the tabletop. And that'll give me 15 of my 40 required. So I'll need 25 more, which it will happen over the year, no problem. It's just building up the bits and building up the models. So I could do with another 5 of these Mark II Marines from Forge World, which I'll get next time I'm up there, or next time Mike is swinging by in his car, because he travels that way for work sometimes. So they'll definitely be next purchase. And then I can build them up, and I'll have 2 10-man squads, which would be the dream, because then I can put those 2 in troop choices, and I can start playing Centurion games with the Ashen Circle squads that I really want to run. I'm thrilled. I am really. I cannot stress enough how excited I am. I love the models, but most of all, I love the story and the theme behind the Ashen Circle. They drop down and they burn a bunch of books that don't agree with what they believe in, and I just... Operation Burn All the Books is very much exciting me right now. So I'll keep it here, or else I could ramble on about the Ashen Circle probably forever. So thanks ever so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this really brief showcase. This man is the cornerstone of my list, to be honest. He is at the core, and without him, the project couldn't happen in the same way. I mean, I could still do 30, but it couldn't happen in the same way. So... thanks ever so much for watching, guys. I do hope you've enjoyed this video. Next up for this series will be a look at the 5 I've converted. Very basic conversions, but once they're painted and I put transfers on, they'll look more word bearer-y, and ready to take names and burn books. And then in terms of other content, obviously this is one series, but hopefully you'll see progression of another series. Fuck sake. Ugh, look at that one out. Hopefully you'll see progression of another series as well as this one, in which Harry and I take on projects side by side in order to bring you a narrative couple of battle reports. So you'll see, instead of just filming a couple of battle reports, we're making it a whole series. That's the hope anyway. Hopefully he'll turn around and record a video. But it's going to be very themed, and it's basically, you're going to see the 2 small forces progress, and then you'll see them in action, and that'll be the theme. That'll be basically the whole premise behind that series. So look out for that. And before I start yawning anymore and making this an unwatchable video, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below. Let me know what you think of Zardu and the plan, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.